Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Micheal. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 2, Episode 3. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. So when the episode first opens up, we see Caroline and Sergio still looking at this mess that they have everywhere. Let me tell y'all something. They would have to hurry up and go. Okay? Now, she did say that they were only going to be there for a short amount of time and they will be leaving by the end of the week. So Michael is throwing her a go-away party. Not a going-away party, a go-away party. He didn't name it that, but I did. Child, I don't know where y'all going to go, but get on out, child. It wouldn't be me. So she starts telling Sergio about Brooks and how Brooks just basically flipped on her. And as she was telling Sergio all of this, I was just looking at him. I'm like, Sergio is like a kid. She is just like his mom. And it's so ironic that as I was writing that down and thinking that, Caroline gets a visit from a hypnotherapist, right? So she's having a session and she's telling the lady that she wants to learn to be more empathetic to Sergio because it seems like she always has to tell him what to do and how to do it. Caroline done made herself right at home, okay? Because the fact that you are doing therapy sessions and everything in this man's home, like, what is this? So she starts doing the hypnosis on Caroline, right? And it took her back to her 8-year-old self. And she was talking about how her mom feels like her needs come before hers. And now she's doing the same thing as her mother did to Sergio because she feels like her needs come before his. So the lady told her to choose not to micromanage Sergio and let him do things on his own. Look, I know that she's choosing not to micromanage him, but the way that he behaves, he seems like he needs it. And another question I have for y'all, do y'all think that hypnotherapy works? I don't know. I just have never believed that people are actually under. Like, I don't think that they're actually hypnotized. I don't know. What do y'all think? And also, I don't think Caroline will be able to stop mothering him because that's their dynamic. He got with her because something in him is saying that he needs some motherly love. And it seems like he has a good relationship with his parents based on the first season. So I'm a little bit confused. Moving forward. So now the session is over. Sergio comes in and he's pissed because he doesn't feel like she's micromanaging him. He doesn't like what the therapist is telling Caroline. Now, as they were bickering back and forth, I was just like, I do not see the two of them lasting much longer. It's just weird. It's just getting weird. In the next scene, Brooke goes to meet up for dinner and drinks with Lisa and Talene. Lisa is filling them in on her mom being there. And so the production asked her if she was upset that she didn't go to the party. She said, well, Ayan said there was no decor, so I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Not Ayan talking about the decor, child. You know, she be over the top bringing pumpkins and keychains and everything else she be bringing to party, child. So Brooks claims that she does not remember calling Stansberry a see you next Tuesday. She's like, I don't remember that. That's because you're always getting blackout drunk. You can't remember any. And truth be told, sometimes some people be lying when they say they don't remember stuff. You remember exactly what it is that you're doing. You're just choosing to do it. And then later on, you blame it on the goose got you feeling loose. You blame it on the alcohol, honey. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. I believe that you remember calling that lady a see you next Tuesday. And it's so crazy because Brooks is so pretty. I just wish that her insides matched her outside. She's such a pretty lady to me. She always has her hair done to the nines. She just always looks so pretty. But that personality is just, it just stinks. Moving forward. So they're trying to figure out what is wrong with Brooks. So Lisa is asking, like, what do you think of me being cool with Stansberry? So she claims she doesn't care. But Lisa said, listen, the same thing that I told y'all last review. Remember I told y'all this? And this is what Lisa said. She said that Brooks is upset that everyone is cool with Caroline and she cannot play both sides. And I knew that. I knew it. It is so obvious. She also doesn't want Talene to get close to the circle either. Now, I know she's going with this loyalty thing, but to me, that would be somebody I side eye because why are you still keeping up a mess in my name, baby? I just joined the group. Don't keep up mess in the name of friendship. If I wanted to fight, I would fight. I think Talene is more than capable of speaking her speech. Baby, she does not need you. And that makes me feel like you don't really want me to integrate with the group because you're afraid that maybe things will go well. I don't trust the child. Now, Brooke said that it's Lisa that's upset that Ayan and Caroline are cool. She's like, yeah, Lisa gets with her little voodoo dolls and she does this. And she was saying all kinds of crazy stuff. Basically, she was saying that Lisa is the one that's jealous, not her. In the next scene, it's the day of Caroline's party. So she can get up and out of Michael's house, okay? So we get introduced to Saba, and she's one of Sarah's friends. She seems like a nice enough lady. Sergio comes out to greet the ladies, right? So they're asking where Caroline is. So Sarah pulls Sergio to the side to see what's wrong. She's like, I can just sense something is wrong with him. So he's telling her about the hypnotherapist, telling Caroline that he is going to think that she's his mom, and it made him sad and he wanted to cry. And I'm just like, what is going on? Pull it together. Pull it together. You're going to be okay. Why did you want to cry? Because she's doing therapy. She's trying to be less like your mom and more like your partner. So you want the weird dynamic? I'm a little bit confused. What is wrong with you? Child, this is a mess. And where is this man's friends? Where is his friend group? A man his age that has played professional sports should have more than his housewives friends to talk to. I don't want my men all around me at all times. Y'all know who it reminds me of? I don't know if y'all are avid New York Housewives viewers, but I have watched The Real Housewives of New York since season 1, episode 1. Y'all remember when they were throwing this girls' night and Simon was there with Alex and Ramona was skeeved out because Simon went everywhere with Alex. It was like, that's when New York was so good. Baby, let me tell you something. I know we talk a lot about OC and it seems like New York has become the forgotten franchise. If you have a moment, go over to the Peacock and watch The Real Housewives of New York starting from season 1. It was a time. Bethany didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Jill Zarin was Bethany's BFF, and she tried to help Bethany get on her feet. Baby, as soon as Bethany got that skinny girl, she was like, listen, girl, I don't need you. I feel like Ramona came in between that. Baby, it was just a time, okay? It was just a time. But if y'all have a chance, go watch New York. It's actually pretty good starting from the beginning. Now, they started going downhill and doing all kinds of shady stuff, and Ramona don't think I forgot. But starting from season 1, it was a pretty good franchise. Now, I say that to say that Sergio gives Simon. It might be something about those men whose name begins with an S. Because, baby, it's definitely giving Simon. Moving forward. So here goes Sarah talking about, I'm just not surprised that he's opening up to me. I'm like his sister. Sarah, please. You always trying to fix something and save somebody so you can get some praise, girl. It's really something that needs to be looked into. Okay, it needs to be studied. So Ayan arrives to the party like it's her party. I said, girl, what is going on? I mean, it was a fierce New Year's Eve outfit. I do need to know the details, honey, because I would definitely wear that to see the ball drop. Do you hear me? Ayan looked fabulous too, y'all. The wig was sitting. I said, okay, now this you're on point with. Shout out to Phaedra Parks. You looked good, Ayan. I mean, it was not the proper thing to wear to this, but you looked good. So Talene arrives next. Hey, girl. And she goes over to speak to Ayan. So Ayan was just telling her, you know, it's so good to talk to you when you're not with Brooks. So then Caroline comes over to talk to them, and she had a little wardrobe malfunction. And so now Talene feels like they're even. She saw her nipple. She saw her vagina. Everybody's seen a body part. So we're good. Make sure you carry that back to Brooks so she can let it go. Okay? Please carry it on back to her. So as they're all just sitting around, you know, chit-chatting, Stansberry tells them that she uninvited Brooks. So everybody's like, girl, why would you do that? You uninvited her? Now, I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have invited her either. She is clearly not feeling her, and she's calling her out of her name. So why would I invite you to come sit up in my face? You don't like me. And so Caroline said it was because she called her a see you next Tuesday. And so Sarah gonna say, well, I mean, she was drunk. It is amazing to me how she can make excuses for her poor behavior. But when it came to Ayan, she was victimizing herself. Sarah, get a grip. The girl always drunk. And tonight she can get drunk at the house. Moving forward. So then Caroline said, well, you know, after I heard what she said about me, I was not about to invite her into my best friend's house. I know that's right, honey. Brooks is at home with her child where she should be, getting herself together, honey, and she can take her wig off and relax. So they're all like, well, I mean, you can't uninvite, then invite her. You can't invite her and then uninvite her. She can, and she did. I never thought I would be on Caroline's side with anything, but I'm on her side with this. You're not coming around me if you're going to be calling me out of my name and I didn't even do anything to you, because in the moment you should have said something to me, but you waited to get around the group and start cackling and going on and acting like you're defending Talene to the death of you. And here we are. Like, that's crazy. So Sarah gonna say, I mean, I just feel like you shouldn't take it to heart. Sarah, you are a hypocrite. She can take whatever she wants to take to heart. If it were anyone else, it will be time for a spiritual intervention. You know what? We need to all get together and just see what her childhood was like. Girl, please. Anyway, I would have escorted her out too, but that's just me. So then she gonna say, and it's not that deep. Sarah, it's not that deep to you. It's not that deep to you. Brooks is two-faced. Okay? Both of the faces are pretty, but she's two-faced. And you are too. Moving forward. So then Lisa ends up showing up, right? And so Caroline is telling her what went down. Lisa then says, well, you know, Brooks is the common denominator in all of this. And all of the drama, it's her. And it's crazy that she just dropped you like a bad habit. That's because now she doesn't need her. Talene is there now, so she doesn't need Caroline like she did the first season. And I feel like Lisa is the voice of reason. You know, this is what Sarah thinks that she's doing, but she's not doing that. Sarah, you don't give that. So let's just leave it to Lisa. So then Sergio is over there talking to Caroline's daughter, and they're telling him that he follows her around like a lost puppy. And he does. He don't know what to do if he not up under that woman. So then Michael brought out this cake, and Caroline's daughter was biting the head off the cake, child, playing in the cake and playing with the food. Honey, I was upset because I love a good piece of party cake. Please do not blow out no candles with your breath. Please have a fan, child. I might have to invent a birthday fan, a birthday candle fan. You know what? That might be good. Don't y'all steal this, okay? It is 5:36 p.m. on Juneteenth, Black People Day. Don't y'all steal my idea, honey, because I will be creating a birthday cake fan. I'm so sick of seeing people blow their breath on cakes. Baby, it is 2024, post C-19. We do not need to be blowing on no candles. I can't believe we ever did it to begin with. And she up here playing with the cake and biting the heads off and all that. I was like, oh, no, ma'am, honey. In the next scene, it's the next day, and Sarah is at the salon, and she's talking to her son. She's telling her son that Talene introduced her to a guy. So her son said, well, you know, every man has been bad to you. Aww. At any age, our sons are so protective of their moms, you know, and I mean, she told him that all men aren't bad, that she just chose bad men. And I'm glad she's letting him know that not all men are bad, because I don't want him to carry that around and think that's, you know, the norm. But she better than me, because I'm closed for business, honey, until my son graduates high school. Don't even come this way. Don't look at me. I won't look at you. Yes, I know I'm fine, honey. Admire the pictures on Instagram and keep it pushing, honey. Keep it moving forward. Honey, don't come over here. Baby, do not come over here. Over on the other side, Lisa and her mom are hanging out in old Dubai. Ooh, it was like night and day, y'all. I was looking around trying to see what I was doing. But why did they call Lisa Nicki Minaj in them Dubai streets? When Lisa was coming through there, that man said, Nicki Minaj. When I tell you I hollered, I said, baby, not Nicki. So they go have lunch, right? And she's catching her mom up on the party that she went to. So as they're sitting there, she asks her mom, like, when are you moving to Dubai? Now, she doesn't want to come because she's like, I already have a life. I already have a job. Like, I don't want to come here and depend on you. Lisa is telling us when she was younger, she was a daddy's girl until her parents separated and they got divorced. And then she found out that her dad had a whole other family in Canada. And she just could not believe it. Child, that's crazy. A whole other family in Canada? Ooh, wee. Lisa was trying to tell her, though, she's like, I don't think we're leaving for at least another 5 years. And I don't understand why they would be leaving in 5 years. What's wrong with it? Now, she did say that she would consider moving there. And I feel like I would love to retire with my grandbabies near me, whenever that shall be. I'm not in a rush, child, okay, because he only 9. But I would love a setup like that, but we shall see how it goes. The mom did say that she would consider it, so we'll see. In the next scene, Talene and her husband are on their way to meet Sarah for a date with Daniel. Sarah came dressed like a smooth rider. I said, baby, what is this, grease? Not the leather jacket and all of that. Anywho, baby, she want to make sure Daniel don't like her. You hear me? So then Daniel finally arrives. So they're ordering their food and their drinks. And I just have to say this. Daniel's shiny head is a no for me. It's not shaped properly. It's shining from sea to shining sea. And it will just be a no for me. I just wouldn't be able to do it. Aesthetically, it's not pleasing, honey. It's just not pleasing. Do you hear me? So Sarah starts asking him some questions. She's asking the man if he's been to jail, if he believes in aliens. I was like, girl, what kind of small talk is this? She was like, him not believing in aliens, that's a red flag. He said that he dated a woman with kids because it's no different than dating a woman without kids. That's a red flag. And then he said this, that's a red flag. So basically 3 strikes and he was out. Girl, you did not like him no way. He's breathing. That's a strike. He ended up coming to the dinner. That's a strike. He got out of his car. That's a strike. So she ended up friend zoning him. I knew that was going to happen. He's not her type. But you know, she has to pretend to be the nice one of the group. So she just going to go with him. In the final scene, Caroline is waiting for Brooks to show up so they can have a sit down. And she is 30 minutes late. The way in which I only give a 10-minute grace period, and that's pushing it. I'm a person that likes to be on time. You will never have to wait on me. Something must have really happened for me to be late. Like, I'm not doing, if somebody tells me that I have to be somewhere at 5, I am leaving. Even if the place is 15 minutes away, I'm leaving my house at 4 o'clock. I will sit in the parking lot until 4:58 and walk in to be there exactly at 5. I do not like being late. I do not like wasting other people's time, and I don't like when people waste mine. So after 10 minutes, I would have been gone. Brooks would have been filming by herself. Do you hear me? So she finally gets there. It's awkward. Caroline jumps right in and she's asking, like, what's going on with you? She's like, well, the comments about Talene really triggered me, and she's my friend. And, you know, I didn't like that everybody knew what you said about her, and that's because you told them. So then Caroline said, just what I felt. She said Brooks liked it when she was on the outs with Lisa and Ayan because then she could save her. But now that she doesn't have to save her anymore, now she doesn't want to be her friend. And I agree with that. Brooke said when she was into it with Ayan, when Caroline was into it with Ayan, she would cry all the time. And Brooke stopped being friends with Lisa and Ayan to have her back. And now they're buddy-buddy. Okay, so you're just proving exactly what people are saying. You can't save her anymore. So now it's a problem. And nobody told you as a grown woman that you had to stop being their friend to be Caroline's friend. Because they showed and stopped being whoever's friend to be your friend. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's giving high school. This is not high school. Y'all can all be friends. It is okay. Talene is over it. Caroline is over it. Get over it. You're more mad than she is. So then Caroline brings up her calling her a see you next Tuesday. And Brooks is trying to downplay it, saying, well, we've said far worse to each other. Caroline said, you know what? I'm going to be cordial with her, but I'm not going to trust her. Because she's not taking any accountability for what she said. Brooks really does not think that she ever does anything wrong. And it was proven in season 1, and she's carrying it into season 2. And that was the end of the episode. So what I'm noticing so far from this season is that Brooks is supposed to be probably the center and this season's villain. And then you have some fallouts between Ayan and Lisa because of Caroline. This is just a mess. Child, Talene just there. I don't know what's going on. And Sarah is pretending to be the peacemaker. And that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below and let me know exactly what you thought about this episode. It felt like a filler. It really didn't give much. Hopefully next episode it picks up. I'm doing this for y'all because I'm not invested. I don't know what it is. Something is missing for me. But I want the girls to put a little fire underneath them. Y'all got a season 2. Let's get into it. Okay? Let's get into it. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.